to be back once again, and I really hope this time I'll stay around for a long time, and I also hope you guys have missed me just, let's say, a teeny bit probably. Well, what I'm making today is simple, easy. Okay, it's simple, easy, but it may take some time, but the result is well worth it. Lentil cutlets or lentil patties. You can make lentil kebabs. It depends what form or shape you will give your final product. What you need is simple red lentils. When they are dry like this, let's say I soak them about 2 hours in cold water, and before I soak them, I thoroughly wash them. Well, when they dry like this, they are smaller in size, so you want to get a bigger pot, so in case they expand after being soaked for a while, they won't come out from the pot or whichever substance you will put them in. They look like this. They get expanded. So that's what we need, main ingredient. And funny thing, it's called lentil cutlets, but there is tons of spices, seasoning, vegetables. For example, of course the recipe will be on my blog at heghineh.com, but to start with, I have an entire potato, peeled of course. I'll use probably 2 or 1 carrot, 1 entire zucchini, depending on the size. If it's a small one, use 2. You can use this kind of squash or zucchini as well. All these ingredients will give an extra taste, texture, softness, and also as an ingredient you will need an onion. Get a big onion. I have 2.5 cups of lentils, 1 large onion, or if you don't like it too much, get a medium one. I'll use a big clove of garlic. All the spices and seasonings to your taste, but to me personally, lentils by themselves, they don't have any like specific taste or flavor or aroma, so I like to go wild with my spices and herbs. I'll use dry mint, that goes perfect with lentils. I'll use sumac to give that tangy, slightly beautiful taste. I'll use cayenne for spiciness, of course. Turmeric because I like it and I use it always and forever. I'll go with classic black pepper. Curry goes super good with lentils. Cumin is a must ingredient. Cumin makes lentils easy to digest. Let's say it that way. Jalapeno pepper or coarse chili flakes, coriander, and also I wrapped it for some reason, the bread, for not to, so it doesn't dry, but you know, you can use simple breadcrumbs, half a cup of breadcrumbs, or since I have this bread from yesterday or the day before, I'm gonna use it as a substitute for breadcrumbs. Okay, bread for I'm gonna turn it into crumbs, and this will be the binder. These are vegan patties, so I hope I didn't forget anything. Salt will be in the recipe, and red pepper paste to your taste, and of course I forgot an ingredient, bulgur, which is not a must ingredient, but it gives this extra crispiness, crunchiness to these cutlets. Bulgur has to be fine, number 1, I think. Yeah, number 1 grind. And let me find it where I put my bulgur. Interesting. It's over there. I'm sorry. This was my hidden ingredient. Bulgur, about 1/4 or 1/3 of a cup. I don't always measure when I make these cutlets. They always come out just perfect. But I'll put down in the recipe 1/4 cup of bulgur. And I need to quickly rinse the bulgur and start making our cutlets finally. See, I'm not measuring, and it works. This is ready. I'll leave this to strain a little bit, and we start by grinding all our vegetables. I'll grind my potato, my zucchini, and 1 carrot on the finest grind. And I wouldn't recommend to do it on your blender, because it's gonna end up with very wet, mushy substance or mixture. You don't want that. That's why I'm gonna take my time, be patient, be nice, and grind my vegetables. Small grinder. This is a good workout for your right hand or left hand if you're lefty. Okay, I'm not complaining, and good thing I already have grinded onion. We do it in blender. It doesn't bother the recipe. It's not too wet. Okay, we're there, almost there. I'll be using just a little bit of olive oil, or use any kind of oil you prefer, probably a tablespoon, just to start frying. Although, if you like to fry it without oil in a non-stick pan, that's another good idea. So, we have a magic tool to transfer all these grinded vegetables into our pan. And you get everything from the back. All you do, you simply slightly fry this in order to remove all the excess liquid. Yes, we'll do that. I'm adding my onion, and it's good to preheat the skillet. It's okay, nothing will happen if you don't preheat it earlier. Everything goes into this pan, and I'm gonna be stirring, mixing until all the liquid comes out or disappears. Add all the spices and seasonings, red pepper paste, and that's it. One important detail, you want to make sure to drain the lentils and make them kind of dry after you soak them. The purpose not to have extra liquid when you form the patties, so they hold together, although the bread or breadcrumbs will be as a binder. So I'm gonna just spread them on a clean towel, kitchen towel. Spread around and kind of allow it to dry out a little bit. In about 4 to 5 minutes, it's time to add our other ingredients. Let's say I'm adding my good tablespoon of red pepper paste, 2 cloves of garlic. Don't be afraid to use a good amount of garlic.
What are you doing, Monica?
Our chefs are around. And you know what? I'll be smart, grab my pot and move to this side and add all my spices and seasonings. So I don't have to grab and go all the time. I do by eyeballing, but I will put detailed recipe.
Did I miss the mixing?
Yeah, you missed the mixing. You wanna go mix it?
No.
Okay. That's a dry bread you got. Okay, so I'm adding, the salt will go in there, why not?
Mixing?
You like mixing?
Yes.
I know, I remember. Coriander, half of a teaspoon. Turmeric, again, half or full teaspoon. And Chef Arka is here to mix it. Once again. Just I'm adding the chili, and it's not too spicy, so I'll probably add an entire teaspoon. Cumin, teaspoon. It's very important. They say with chickpeas and with lentils, with beans, cumin cuts the uncomfortable part of those legumes. I'm adding curry, half a teaspoonful, let's say. Cayenne, just a teeny bit, because I'm also adding harissa spice. Okay, half a teaspoon of harissa because it's super spicy. You don't want to torture your customers or family members in my case. You're such a good mix boy, Arka. This can be sumac can be substituted with lemon juice, an entire lemon juice. I'll add probably a full teaspoon. And a good bunch of mint. Full teaspoonful or 1.5 teaspoon. I think that's it. Thank you, my boy. Oh, black pepper. Classic. Teaspoon. It's okay, to jest to maximum. All genius chefs make mistakes. Messy mistakes. Isn't it dry, babe? Çorçiye tatı.
Yeah.
Oh, he says yes. I'm asking, isn't it dry? Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. That's it?
Okay.
And I'm not gonna be cooking this any longer because it's basically done. As long as you don't have any juicy, liquidy mixture, you're done. You're good. Actually, I'll add the bulgur in here since we have a free mixy mix person. Go ahead, clean up a little bit, and we'll go from there. Good job, my boy. The magic mixture is ready. Basically, all the taste and flavor is in this part and not in the lentils. But since the lentils are main ingredient, we'll use them. But first, you wanna make your breadcrumbs, let's say, or use about half a cup of breadcrumbs. Even some Italian with seasoned breadcrumbs will make great addition to this recipe. Although this is not a recipe, you can always go by your taste and preferences. Okay. You can make it coarse or fine, nothing will happen. And to this mixture, I'm adding my lentils. And I'll pulse and process it about 2 minutes to make it into not very fine. You don't want to make it very, very mushy. You still want to have teeny bits of lentil bites. I really want to salt this mixture separately, although we already add enough salt, but you never know. All ingredients love personal approach, and salting is one of their favorite things. Stop and scrape if you don't mind, just to combine everything evenly, not to have super coarse pieces. We're almost there. Hang on, and I preheated the oven to 420 degrees Fahrenheit. Just to quickly show you the consistency, something like this. It's already combined, if you can notice. Anyways, you need to mix all these ingredients all together. Whew, finally. And go from there. You can either fry them or bake them, to your preference. I prefer baking because you can do quite a few at one time, but then also some people prefer fried version. So you're gonna try it for yourself, which one you prefer most. I'm just getting a bigger pot so I can mix it conveniently. you mix this all together, just my suggestion, a small piece, do a taste test in case you want to add something, so it's not too late after you bake or fry them. It's never too late. And you simply mix everything together to combine. I had this sudden wish to add the rest of this red pepper paste. I have it on my channel. Search Heghineh red pepper paste. It's something you would love. It adds color, taste to everything and anything. After you're done mixing, you can actually freeze this mixture to do later. You can even freeze your patties and then later use it, preheat and eat. Now it's ready. Okay, the size and quantity, it really depends. Quantity really depends on the size. And if you want them to be all equal sized, get one of the largest sorbet scoops. It's even better. It's helpful. I'm gonna taste it quickly. No, it's perfect. You can't eat raw lentils, you know that, right? It's a big no-no. Optionally, you can either brush them with olive oil or even don't brush them. You can even sprinkle or drizzle with this kind of coconut oil or any oil you basically prefer. And once again, you put on your surgical gloves to help you handle this incredibly time-taking. No, it's actually not that time-taking, but yeah, it's not one of those quick and easy recipe dinner within 15 minutes. No, it's not what you're expecting. I will probably make them a bit thin, not very thick, so they have enough time to cook or to bake. You can even make some burgers with those. Just be sure to measure with the size of your bread so they fit perfectly. See, you don't need any eggs, anything to bind or to combine all these teeny bits of lentils. I made a couple with classic cutlet shape. I like this shape so much better. These three I'm gonna fry just for you to see that it's not crumbling, it's very well combined and bind together. And the rest I'm gonna brush with some olive oil, bake 10 minutes on one side, then turn, brush with olive oil and another 10 minutes or until they're nice and crispy, golden color. Just like so. Ten minutes on one side and then another 10 minutes on the other side. 425. Did I say 425 or 450? No big difference. With 450 it will bake even faster. I'll do 10 minutes. On this side, since I had a little bit extra leftover olive oil, I brushed this, but you don't have to because you can simply drizzle or pour olive oil or any frying oil you prefer to your fry pan. Let's say just a tiny bit. You don't want to fry them on high heat because you do want to give them some time to cook properly. It's almost ready. So crispy. See? barely any oil added. It's all the thanks to bulgur, potatoes, breadcrumbs, all those magical things make all kind of patties nice and crispy. Do I pronounce the word patties right, or something is wrong with my pronunciation? But it's okay, you get me. In 12 minutes, I'm gonna turn them around, just like so. Brush or drizzle with olive oil, and they're ready. And if you're doing just like me, on two racks, make sure to change the positions for baking pans. It's faster. I did those already. 10 minutes. While this is baking, quick, delicious, tangy, rich sauce to go with your cutlets. I better say cutlets. So I have 2 garlic cloves, a tablespoon of tahini paste, about half a cup or more regular Greek yogurt or Bulgarian yogurt or any plain yogurt, and also some not olive oil, although olive oil will work, but I meant to say lemon juice and zest. If you're like me, I like taking everything, the life out of lemon. This tahini. And some salt, of course. I'll use half of a lemon. Or don't use it if your yogurt is tangy enough, sour enough. These cutlets go very well with just even lemon juice. It's just perfect. Barbecue sriracha sauce goes so beautifully with these lentil deliciousnesses. Give it a quick mix and it's ready. Oh, salt to taste. More salt. I ended up baking this about 25 minutes, and a little confession, we ended up eating all those 3. They were so delicious, we couldn't resist and we were hungry. Presentation is everything, or you don't have to agree. Just a little sauce here and there. We'll do the food pics and I'll taste it for you. And probably a little chili won't bother these beautiful lemon slices. That's it. Now the best, the rewarding part, actually my favorite part, when I get to finally enjoy some delicious homemade, always, food that I made for my mother channel, Heghineh cooking show in English. Okay, I'll be fancy. See, they're so soft on the inside, and look at the crispiness, crunchiness outside. So that's what you want. Don't overbake them, don't over fry them. Simple recipe will be on my blog at heghineh.com. Link will be below this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for waiting for me. I'll see you soon. Promise. Delicious.